Your silence carries a strength you may not have fully recognized until now. It is not simply the absence of words, but a declaration of boundaries, a reclaiming of self, and an unshakable form of power. In relationships with narcissists, silence was often forced upon you, your voice dismissed, your feelings minimized, your very identity overshadowed. You became invisible, muted, and drained. But now, the silence you embrace is not born of suppression. It is chosen, and that choice changes everything. When entangled with a narcissist, you were conditioned to chase acknowledgement, to prove yourself, to beg for scraps of validation. Their silent treatments left you confused, anxious, desperate to restore peace. Yet their silence was never peace. It was punishment, manipulation, and control. You were stripped of your voice, and with it, the natural joy and optimism you once carried. But the moment you walk away, cut ties, and choose no contact or adopt the gray rock strategy, your silence transforms. No longer their weapon, it becomes your shield. It is how you preserve your energy, protect your peace, and rebuild yourself. You stop reacting, stop explaining, stop trying to fix what was never yours to repair. In that quiet, you find clarity, a clarity that reveals the narcissist for who they truly are and frees you from the fog of their manipulation. Silence allows healing. It gives you space to slow down, reflect, and study the cycles of abuse that once entrapped you. It teaches you the discipline of discernment, knowing what deserves your response and what is not. Messages, conversations, even people that once drained you no longer hold the same weight. If something doesn't align with your peace or your growth, you let it pass without explanation or guilt. This silence also reshapes your relationships. You stop oversharing, stop giving yourself away to those who don't value your presence. You learn to reserve your voice for those who truly matter. And in doing so, your words gain depth and weight. When you do speak, your voice is grounded in truth, no longer diluted by the need to be heard by the wrong people. The narcissist thrived on your reactions, your explanations, your defenses. Now, with your silence, you give them nothing. And nothing is the one thing they cannot control. It is your final act of freedom, to no longer be defined by their chaos, but by your own stillness. This journey isn't easy. It often requires deep inner work. Journaling, meditation, therapy, self-education, and the slow rebuilding of physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. But in that process, your silence becomes a superpower. It shields you from toxic cycles, anchors you in self-respect, and makes space for the abundance and joy that narcissists tried to steal. You're no longer voiceless. You are powerful in your restraint, strong in your choice, and untouchable in your peace. Your silence is not emptiness. It is full of wisdom, clarity, and strength. And every day you choose it, you remind yourself and the world that you no longer belong to the chaos of manipulation, but to the serenity of your own truth.